What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 293 of the Lured Up podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Saturday, December. What day is it today? What, Thursday?
It's not Saturday.
It's Tuesday.
It's like
Dude, we're doing it
it's
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Midweek, man.
Oh, shoot.
Midweek, Wednesday,
I thought I had
December
it right.
6th. 2023, and we are streaming this live right now on twitch.tv/Pokemon Professor Network. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, and that's Adam Tuttle. Adam, hello.
Hey, trainers.
What's happening? How are you?
I'm doing well. Just working a lot. Christmas time is upon us,
Yeah,
which is
man.
the most busiest time of the year for us. So, well, aside from summer, but this is like we're in the home stretch now. This is it's a make or break month for us.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Do you do hard candy and stuff too? There, Adam works at a chocolatier. Would you consider that place a chocolatier? A chocolate
Yeah.
chocolate house? I don't know. Adam's always with
Yeah,
the
we do.
chocolates
Yeah,
and
we do.
candies.
So right now it's this is like the time of year where everybody's clamoring for our ribbon candy.
Okay, yeah. So you do
Uh,
make that. That's what I was at.
yes.
That's where I was getting at. So yeah, I've seen
And
those videos
it's one
on
of those.
YouTube.
It's so like cutthroat. Like people just think that it's just available, and we just make it all the time. It is a labor intensive process. It is a very intense process,
Well, you
and because
should
we have
you
to
should
get it
work
right, it
more.
can't be too tall. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of statistics and like factors that go into it. It has to be the right temperature. It has to be the right humidity levels, or else it just doesn't work. And
That
so
sounds
we
complicated.
we start taking like pre-orders for it, like a GameStop pre-order. We take pre-orders.
Oh man! Shouts to everybody in the chat. Casa de Cubone in the chat saying
Casa de Cubo?
chocolate covered
Love
pretzel.
that guy.
Yo, Adam. The one thing I love was when Adam brings chocolate covered pretzels. Yo, that's the best. They are the best from that
They
place.
literally are the best.
Shout out to Keller House. All right, well, on today's show, we got plenty to talk about. It's been a great week in the world of Pokemon Go. We'll recap
It
the
has
last
been
week of
a great
gameplay.
week.
It really has.
Delibird came out.
Adventures Abound is gone, and
He just swept that under the rug.
yeah, we talked about how it didn't really feel like it was wrapping up, and it didn't really feel like it wrapped up. But we are in Timeless Travels, which is the new season. So there's a ton of cover, Sinnoh Tour, a monthly ticket that we could talk about. We had Hisuian Samurott Raid Day. That was the first event of Timeless Travels, and unfortunately, Niantic Cat did make an appearance in Australia and New Zealand, so that was a bummer. But we'll talk about all that. We have the December content update and details all the events of the month, raids, spotlight hours, all that kind of stuff. We'll run through it really quick. Along the routes, plenty to talk about here. Mateo is a new
Plenty
NPC.
to talk about.
Yeah, hot. It's a hot topic. We'll get into that whole gameplay loop. There's a catch mastery event coming up that looks phenomenal, absolutely amazing. It could bring up to 80 encounters with Cryogonal, which is pretty awesome for the shiny. We'll get a
80?
few, yeah, 80. 40 for the free research, 40 for the paid research. So we'll talk about it. We'll get a couple days of vanilla spawns after along the routes that we're in right now. Then we have Adamant Time, which is another event that'll take
Wait,
us
what
back
about
to
me?
Kanto. Yeah, Adam Ant, like Adam Ant. Whoa, bruh.
Hey.
Yeah. Europe's going to get some IRL events, little pop-up stuff that's pretty cool. It's a great way to get the communities going. We had a lot of success a couple years ago doing like the pre-community ambassador events, like stuff. So I'm hopeful for this stuff that's happening here in Europe. And then finally, there were some recent videos from Mystic 7 and Fleece King that are pretty interesting. We'll talk about them. They kind of paint a picture of Pokemon Go that's sort of similar to each other, but in both of their videos, they're missing something, and we're going to talk about what that is. And I think that this missing piece is
Masingno?
yes,
Pokemon?
is probably what kind of has a lot of people in the community, not a lot, has a lot of people on Twitter kind of reeling over. And we'll talk about it because they cover it pretty significantly.
Wouldn't that be an
in the video.
Instagram thing, reeling over?
No. All right, so let's talk about Hisuian Samurott Raid Day. Did you get to play? Did you do any raids?
I didn't initiate any. I was I was at the best flippin' card show in Woburn,
Oh,
Mass.
that's right. Were there gyms at range of you?
I have no idea
Why?
because I barely even had time to look at my phone.
You were so
I
busy at
think
the
I
show.
pulled out my phone to take a couple pictures and that was it.
Wow, wow.
I literally wasn't even thinking about Pokemon, and by the time I realized it, I had missed feeding my Snorlax from Pokemon Sleep for breakfast and lunch.
Well, Samurott Raid Day was pretty cool, man. Up to 5 free raid
I did
passes.
get one sent to me, so I did catch one, but that was it.
Okay, good. So at least you got it. The remote raid limit was bumped up to 20. No change in price. We've talked about how the community was up in arms about the remote raid limit. Price was an issue, but really the limit was more of an issue than the price. And then there was an increased shiny chance on Hisuian Samurott. So $5 for the ticket gave you an additional 8 passes, so 13 total on the day. Increased chance to get Rare Candy XL. I didn't really do too well with it. 50% more XP from raids and double the dust from raids. So, pretty good turnout. In Red Bank, we had a couple people raiding. We did it in a car. It was cold. And we pretty much got there late and blasted through the 13 included passes in the ticket and the event, and called it a day. And we got probably an hour and a half, close to an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of gameplay out of it. Now, normally the event was from 2 to 5. There was an issue where in Australia time zones, the early time zones, there was a last hour of the event, the servers pretty much just went away. It was pretty much when Japan came online for the event, it broke for a lot of people. So it totally screwed that event. People were like getting kicked out of raids, in shiny screen catches, and then they lose the catch because the server would get.
No.
Yeah, that happened to Fleece King. It was bad. So as a whoopsie, they added an hour on the end of all existing Hisuian Samurott Raid days. So rather than being from 2 to 5 local, it was 2 to 6 local. Does it
Okay,
make
well, that's probably why I was able to see one and get one sent to me.
You're not getting raid passes back. You're not getting lucky eggs back, star pieces back, but
Shinies?
nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. But no, I did get to play. It was a lot of fun. Solid way to kick off the season. It was a successful event as far as getting people out. And yeah, Timeless Travels is here. We're gonna kind of dig into the season in a little bit of detail, but I'll pull up, just for the video viewers, I'll pull up the Niantic support tweet. It says trainers were investigating server issues. We have added an additional hour to Hisuian Samurott Raid Day for all trainers to make up for the issues. Thank blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, you have everybody, complaining. And yeah, it's broken stuff. Broken stuff is the worst. But Timeless Travels is here. We can kind of get into it, Adam. Did you get a chance to look through the blog page, the seasonal blog landing page, which when you go to PokemonGoLive.com, it doesn't jump right out at you. You have to go to the menu and select seasons from either the masthead or the hamburger menu. And it will take you to the landing page. December 1st through March 1st. The artwork is pretty cool. We're seeing a lot of Hisuian Pokemon here. This is definitely an Arceus kind of Legends of Arceus vibe here. And it says what to look forward to this season.
Wait. Legends of Arceus? Are you spoiling?
No.
Oh.
We should get Arceus at Sinnoh Tour. Go Tour, Space and Time, seasonal highlights events, the same kind of breakdown they've done previously for events. But they detail Pokemon Go Tour Sinnoh. It's an IRL event and a global event. IRL event in Los Angeles. This is a pretty interesting one. It's February 17th and 18th IRL. And it's taking place. Let me see if I could just jump over to the event page for Sinnoh Tour. but it's at the Rose Bowl. It's at the Rose Bowl, which is a stadium venue that also has like a golf course kind of attached to it. It'll be really interesting to see how they do an event in a venue like this. Parking clearly won't be an issue. You know what I mean? Like Rose Bowl is used to getting, tens of thousands of cars. So I'm pretty excited for this venue. And then there's a global component, but they're also doing a city gameplay experience similar to GoFest in Los Angeles. So in addition to your Sinnoh Tour experience at the Rose Bowl, you can also get a city experience ticket that'll give you gameplay downtown, which is pretty awesome, especially if you're a tourist and you want to check out the sites.
That sounds really good.
And walk beautifully crazy Hollywood Boulevard. Because when we were there for for the Ultra Beast arrival, it was a little crazy.
Just a little bit.
But that's Sinnoh Tour. Again, a little far off. We don't have to talk about it just yet. We'll get there as time goes on. All right, what else do we have here? Pokemon Across Space and Time. Pokemon first discovered in the Hisui region. It says, featured in Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus on Nintendo Switch. We see Warrior here, and then we have a breakdown of some of the things you can expect in the season. And what do? They're pushing their new features. Of course they would. Party play. You have routes. Yep, nothing really. Showcases. All right, yeah, nothing new to the season. They're just pumping, promoting the things. I'm sure we'll get more information down.
And why does it have to be Squirtle? Squirtle is a bad taste in my mouth with Squirtle right now.
So whoever made the creative decision to put Squirtle in the key art for showcases for the new season, chef's freaking kiss. It's hilarious, dude. So if you don't know, when showcases of the game break, they somehow revert to Squirtle. So we saw it with Mareep. We saw it with one of the...
Wooper.
Was it Wooper?
Wasn't it Wooper?
I don't know. But when it breaks, it goes to Squirtle. So hilarious that they used Squirtle in the key art for the showcases. I'm all about it. But seasonal highlights here, we have the actual stuff that's going to be unique to the season. Again, we're not going to go into too much detail. We'll just run through it. It says at the start of each month in Timeless Travels, trainers will be able to purchase a new ticketed experience that includes bonuses and timed research. So, we've talked about Battle Passy kind of stuff before. This isn't necessarily a Battle Pass because it doesn't have progressive content.
No, that's what the battle ticket's for, and that's free.
Yeah, so much sequential battle persistent ticket. But here you'll be able... They're going to give you some pretty decent rewards, and we'll talk about it over time. Community days, we know so far, just to wrap up, that's the only thing that we know. Or do we? No, Pokemon gave it away. We're getting Chansey Community Day. Yeah.
Ooh, this is your day.
Dude, I'm so hyped.
But I just want a
Absolutely
Delibird day. Can I have a Delibird day?
So, Adam, what do you think of the Delibird sticker available from
I have
Pokestops
purchased way more than I'd like to admit.
Have you?
Yes.
Has this been your first sticker purchase?
Yes.
Amazing. You're such a casual. Events, and we're going to talk about these in detail. We'll run through them, but Adamant Time is coming up next after, along the routes which we're in right now, but we'll talk about it. We'll go through the December update with raids. GBL had a bunch of updates and stuff. We'll talk about that at a later date. Research breakthroughs. Lapras, Galarian Weezing, Galarian Mr. Mime, Furfrou, Goomy, and Jangmo. Oh, what do you think of this pool?
I like it.
Galarian Weezing is a holdout shiny for me. So I'm all good with that.
I was lucky it was in that research.
So
whatever we just got. With
Jangmo being kind of a little bit more common than it has since its original release, it kind of stings that this is the only non-shiny. It's like Jangmo was rare a year ago, but I don't know, they put it in events the past couple months, so I think anyone who needed this already has it. It's not a shiny chase, so yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but all the others I'm down for. Furfrou shinies for sure, Goomy for sure. I guess Lapras is a feel good one. That's a good looking shiny too. Big purple Lapras. All right, continuing on here. Hey, shout to Woodwose Wolf, Sylph Science. We always talk about this. How Niantic really wants us to feel immersed with city, forest, mountain, beach biomes kind of thing, and specific Pokemon spawning within them. I never really feel this. I'm at the beach. I live 2 seconds from the ocean. I haven't seen a Corphish or a Clamperl even when the vanilla spawns were here. So it's like I never really feel it. Now, when I play Monster Hunter and I'm in those different biomes, I see the stuff that I should see. It's like I feel like I'm in that biome. Pokemon Go, I don't really feel it. And then there is Northern and Southern Hemisphere. Northern Hemisphere having Winter Deerling. Southern Hemisphere having Summer Deerling and a bunch of starters and stuff. I'm not going to go through the eggs too much. There's nothing too crazy. Adam, how are you with the egg grind? Are you still... I mean, you used to do eggs like pretty fairly. I mean, where are you at with eggs?
I'm actually currently debating on what I should do. Do I get... Because I need some more coins for more stickers. But I also want incubators. But on the web store, there's an Ultra Hatch box. But that's 20. But there's a hatch box, which is effectively 20. But I can get coins and have that box versus this box.
Adam, you're overcomplicating this. Just spend the money and see where it lands and shake it out in the wash. Jeez Louise. Yeah, Chansey, Debbie, the Devil's in the chat's like, Chansey, yes, indeed, Chansey. Super fire. Seasonal bonuses, guaranteed Candy XL with trades. Huge. PvP community, here you go. We always talk how certain mechanics in the game drive other mechanics in the game. PvP players have to grind to get their Pokemon. They have to trade to get the XL. It's powering other other like different parts of the game. I like this. This is a great bonus. Additional regular candy when trading also. 31 and up will have a higher chance to receive rare Candy XL from 5-star raids. So legendaries, better chance at that. 7-day streaks also increased XP and dust. So I don't know. Guaranteed trade XL is huge for me. Huge. So Adam, hot take on the season before we talk about kind of the first events that we're in here with.
I'm okay right now. It doesn't necessarily feel like a new season.
What?
Because like we just had Palmy, and we still have Palmy. Like we just had. What else did we just have?
Okay,
like, we've had Hitmontop in a million different things, and we have Hitmontop right now.
So you don't think the pool seems fresh enough?
No, it feels very similar.
Arbok's in the wild, man.
Yeah. Arbok, but Barrel, but like we were seeing Ekans before that. So it's like, okay, cool, we get their evolutions. But is that like why weren't they in the wild before that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just, like we've had those Pokemon for so long.
Oh, we haven't talked about the expedition. So this is the monthly ticketed special research pass. It says starting December 1st. Obviously, we're in it right now. It gives timed research opportunities at bountiful bonuses that supply trainers with incubators, gift storage, and extra XP. So there's some outside of the box bonuses that come along with buying this. It's every month. So there will be 3. And they're $5. So $15 if you want to be all in for the season on the expedition access. It says trainers are free to complete their December time research at any time until December 31st. You can purchase it up until the 29th. $5. Here you go. 1 single-use incubator awarded for your first spin of the day. 30 eggs.
That's not bad.
You're hatching 30 eggs. You spin every day. Use your thing every day. You're hatching an extra 30 eggs. Triple XP for the first catch. Triple XP for the first spin. Not too heavy. Open 50 gifts per day. This is big. If there's ever a time to purge your friends list of inactive people and get some new friends on there so you can level up. Speaking of leveling up, Adam.
I have 50.
Adam
I
hit
hit 50.
level 50. Lord Drew followed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, Adam hit level 50.
I totally
I was so
spaced on
proud
that.
of you. I was so proud of you, dude. Hold up to 40 gifts in your item. So they're really pushing gifting, items, trades. We'll get to Mateo. Let's see here. What else? Expedition access December time research. Gain ground on XP and Stardust with Gibble. You get the encounter with Gibble. But I think this is worth the price of admission just for the daily spin free incubator, even if, even if that's all you think about. Oh, Pure Lighter rating. Hey, everybody. How are you? Hamtaro's here. What's going on, everyone? Purified with the raid. We love y'all.
I think everybody's hanging out tonight.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. Hi, everybody. Appreciate you. Hi, everybody.
Hola.
But no, man, I'm hyped on this season. I think it's going to be really good. And when we talk about December here, we'll kind of see what we have in store. And I guess we could talk about the December content update. I know there's a lot of news, guys, but it is what it is. But in the December content update, we see Shiny Vanillite on the screen. Okay, Adam, how's the pacing, in your opinion, with new release of Pokemon and new release of existing shiny Pokemon? Because where previously, meaning a year or 2, 3 years ago, whatever, events would come. They may not be as frequent as they are now, but we would get 2, 3, 4 Pokemon that are new or too shiny. Like, how's the pacing? And do you think that they've had to slow things down because they're protecting like the longevity play?
I think that they're scared to do something as quick. I don't know if it's Pokemon or Niantic, but either or. I feel like we could get more Pokemon, like new Pokemon. I mean, we literally got thrown a ton from Paldea.
But you don't think we're gonna hit the wall? Like that's like I would be dreading that day if I was.
We
Niantic.
don't even know how they're gonna introduce future and
the gimmick
ancient
stuff.
Pokemon. Yeah, exactly.
No, there's still Gigantamaxing. You know, there's still like a lot of gimmicks.
There's totally new ways that they can go about like this game. Like it isn't dead compared to what other people might think. There's just things that are being worked on in the background that we don't even know about.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I mean, Ken might know about, but I don't know about.
You know. All right, let's keep it moving.
I know that you know.
5-star raids, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, and Regigigas, all shiny across the board through the month of December. Mega raids, we have Scizor right now, Altaria, Mega Abomasnow, and Glalie coming. Altaria and Glalie, I don't think they've really been around too much, so this will be an opportunity for people that are lacking the energy.
Altaria and Scizor, I still don't have either of those Mega evolved.
Dude, I don't know how you do it. I have 150 Pokemon in my Mega rotation right now. Come on, man.
That's insane.
It's not insane. It's really not that crazy, Adam.
Insane.
It's really not that crazy. All right, here we go for events. We had a Hisuian Samurott Raid Day. We're in along the routes right now. We'll talk about that in Mateo in a second. Catch Mastery this weekend. Dude, this event looks so good. Adamant Time picking up after that. We have the Catch Up Community Day, 16th and 17th. We have the Winter Holiday starting on the 18th. A Raid Day for Weird Ear on the 23rd, Winter Wonderland on the 23rd and 24th, and then Winter Holiday Part 2, 25th to 31st to close out the month. Month is stacked. Stacked. There's also a lot of new features. They incorporate...
it does say Winter Holidays, so we have to see Delibird. It's in the key art.
Dude, we're seeing Delibird now. What are you talking about?
I know. I caught one. And then I caught 2, and then I caught 3, and then I caught 4, and I caught a whole bunch, and I just keep seeing them, and I keep catching them, and then all of a sudden I see a Passimian on the map, and I'm like, why? That is so
in the
big.
Wild, yep. Shadow Zapdos is around. Spotlight Hours, we had Phoebus yesterday. Seal next week. Hold on to your Pokemon. Do your transfer during Seal. Snow Run and Vanillite. Vanillite being, that sweet shiny. So... December, absolutely stacked, absolutely packed to the max. Looks really strong, looks really good. you were saying before that it didn't feel like a new season. I mean, you see the calendar. It's stacked. No?
It is. No, it is stacked. It is stacked. I do agree.
But we're also supposed to be getting like seasonal research. You know what I mean? Like, could narrative make a comeback? They're introducing Mateo. Let's talk about you know what? Yeah, let's get into along the routes, because that's the event that we're in right now, and it's coming under pretty heavy scrutiny. It says, celebrate Mateo, a new face joining Pokemon Go with the Along the Routes event. We see Mateo looking like a jolly old dude, just chilling, and he's attached to the route mechanic. It says, the start of the new season brings with it some exciting updates. We're thrilled to announce a fresh face joining Pokemon Go, Mateo. Started on the 4th. We're on the 6th now, so he's been around for 2 days as of the time of this recording.
I don't know why we're not just calling him Ken.
A lot of people
Because he
have
looks
said
like
that.
you, just with like a hiker hat.
A lot of people have said that. He's got more hair on the top. I guess you don't see the top of his head. If he's bald under there, I'm in. Trainers can meet Mateo at the end of the routes that they explore and participate in this gift exchange with trainers from around the world. So it's a gift exchange. You meet Mateo at the end of a route and say, hey, would you want to swap a gift? You give a gift, you get a gift. The gift is literally from any trainer in the entire world. Any trainer that's logged in, has logged in, whatever. It's an exchange. There's no rhyme or reason. So you can get a gift from anywhere. If you're into postcards, this is huge. My girlfriend, psyched on this. She's like, that's the coolest idea. Let's go do a route. I go, I can't wait to tell people you said that. Here's the thing. We don't really know how Mateo spawns, when Mateo spawns. We know he's going to be at the end of your route, right? And the issue being, one, routes are broken right now. They're still doing the thing where they start in reverse, and you try to start a route.
They're still doing that?
They're still doing it. It's pretty bad. I thought I had like a fix, because what I was doing was I would go into the select a route screen, then I would like reverse the direction a couple times, like jog it back and forth like that, and then get it to where I want to go. And it happened to coincidentally be would pick up at the right, starting point. But then I did it on my last route today, and it didn't work. So I don't know what the fix is going to be on this, but routes definitely still have issues. But Mateo isn't guaranteed. So day one comes out. No, he's not.
Jeez.
Day one, I do 7 routes. Didn't see Mateo at all. Day 2, I did 5. Didn't see him. Today, I've done 5. Didn't see him. So, I don't know what the rhyme or reason is, but we have some internet inappropriate speculation, and we'll talk about it. Okay. First, I heard if you created the route, he won't show up. We debunked that. I asked that on Twitter. People were like, nope, I created this route, and that's where I found him. We know that he can be at a gym or a Pokestop, meaning if your route ends at a gym, Mateo can also spawn there, kind of like, when they have like a rocket at the Shadow Raid kind of thing.
Yep.
But people are reporting that if they do find Mateo at a gym, they have to interact with the gym, like click into it, spin the disc, and then go out, and then Mateo will show. So just note that that's a little buggy.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work.
Right. You get the gift. The gifts, the actual rewards that you get from the gift are just the same crappy rewards you would get from a normal gift. A couple balls, potions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's not about the reward. So we're going to get back to... No, it's about the gift. It's about the postcard. Who cares about the potions?
Well, I don't know.
Well, clearly a lot of people care about the potions. Not me, though. But we're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that exact point. But, Adam, Yeah, definitely. And Shadow Link in the chat is asking, Mateo is buggy. Yeah, so no premium items. No, not as of yet. We've only seen Mateo giving out. It's just the stuff that comes with a normal gift if you're exchanging on your friends list. Those like packets of potential item bundles. We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to Mateo. We're gonna come back to routes. Adam, you're still not really engaging with the route mechanic, right? Like you're not.
No, no, no. Okay. This brings up a good point. I really would like to see the data, and we might never see this, but I would love to know the data of who has completed the party play. We had that timed research. I want to know how many people actually completed that. I want to know how many people have completed the I want to say field research,
the routes
whatever
one?
the research. Yeah, the route one. That is like it still says follow 3 routes. I'm still at 2. I think that's where I'm at.
Dude,
Hang on, let me just check.
you're slacking.
Yeah, so a route to new friendship. So this just happened. Exchange a gift with Mateo at the end of a route. Can't see Mateo if you don't do routes, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, welcome party. Complete 10 party challenges.
I'm pulling up my phone for everyone to see here. So
From A to Zygarde,
I have the
follow 3 routes.
I have the along the routes completed. That was a timed research.
I just want to know how many trainers have actually completed these, and how many are still working on them.
Well, I think when it comes to routes, I think a lot of people are still working on it. One,
it's just one of those. How can Niantic not see that, and how can they not?
Meaning, why are they still pushing routes?
Yeah, like why can't we get people to do it? You know what I mean?
Probably because people aren't creating enough routes.
Right.
There's a million live routes. There's a million live routes in the game. The routes exist.
Yeah, but that means nothing to me if I can't do it from my. I can't.
Adam,
see one
how
from
many
my
routes
house.
have you created?
I've created 1.
Okay. Are you following? Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I can't use that because that one is locked. It's locked in the cemetery, and they close it down during the winter.
Hamtaro in the chat brings up a good point. Says people aren't creating routes because they're buggy and they don't know how they are approved and they get removed. All right.
Yeah, and you said to do one at my work.
Yeah, do it at your job.
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
I value me eating and enjoying my break and actually taking a break than going outside.
Adam, you need to get your multitask up. But Hamtaro has a good point here. So the routes are buggy. I've made a bunch. Like, you know what?
They are buggy. Even when I made mine, my character was going like this. I'm like, no, I'm going in a straight line. Why are you going sideways? And then it would come back, and it registered the route as going in a diagonal. And I'm like, you can't. There's no road there.
So I've got 13 routes created. 2 in voting, and I've had 3 rejected since the beginning. And we had early access. You see, I have one here, July 2nd. That was early access because we're notable. But
we're notable.
Without a doubt, it's buggy. I've created routes like walk around the lake and the thing won't finish, and then you have to start over. Like, it's not a clean thing.
So would you say it sounds fun?
We're gonna get there.
No. Like I need to know just right now.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Does that sound fun?
Sometimes you have to take the struggle bus to fun, but it can be fun. All right, but wait. His second point, then they remove them. Okay. Woodwose posted multiple examples of local routes to him that were used over 1,000 times. So the route was utilized in-game over 1,000 times, and it was removed for whatever reason. Unsuitable, not safe access, something. Pulled after 1,000. Is it buggy? Absolutely. Can we overlook it? I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'll overlook it because
No,
I'll
absolutely
I'll
not.
put in the work and I'll walk around the lake an extra time to try to get that route to work. Dude, I remember one time I left defeated. I walked around the lake 3
Okay,
times.
okay, but you got to understand your time is the most valuable asset. And
A
and
hundred.
Pokemon Go is trying to take your time all the time. So when they're asking even more because the game doesn't work, that's frustrating.
Well, I think what it boils
No,
down
no,
to,
no. Well, that's
but would
frustrating.
routes be better? Would it be an easier thing to deal with if
If they
there wasn't
worked,
events wrapped around it? It's
yeah. If there was no pressure to go after them,
okay.
if you weren't jumping down my throat saying, "Do this route, do this route, do this thing, do this thing," I don't want to do it. If I want to do it, I'm going to try it out when I can see my friends. How do I see my friends? Real life great events that bring people out together.
But you're also not willing to make one at your job a place you're at every day. See, that's where me and you are
Right, but
different.
why would I want to do that? Because I can't party. I'm not going to party play while I'm the only one on break by myself. That sounds fun. I'm not going to go out and do a route
You
at my work.
you
Wow,
should.
that sounds like fun.
It sure does. That's how I
It
do my
doesn't sound
routes
like
every
fun to
day.
me. It sounds like work. It sounds like work. It does not sound like fun.
That's a good point.
And
That's a
don't
good
say I'm
point.
not willing. I already did a route. I
No,
made one and then I used it and then I found out that you couldn't it could be your route that you got the Zygarde cell from, right?
yeah.
Was that the correct? Okay. And then so I did one that somebody did across the street. And that was frustrating because my character again was going back and forth. If I'm supposed to do
Fix your
this,
GPS, bruh. Get a current
yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
I blame the
But
cell phone
it's just
carrier.
been frustrating along the road. It hasn't been a smooth feature.
100%.
And
100%.
I get the just trial by fire. We're gonna do it. But it's been how long now? It should work. It shouldn't be going in reverse. We
They
shouldn't
were
have squirt like
they were
we've
fine
had
for a while.
contests. We've had contests for who knows how long. Why are those buggy? Why are those messed up?
All right, couple
Doesn't
more.
make
Couple more
sense.
things we'll cut through before we take a quick break. Let's talk about something. We're going to come back to along the routes. We're going to come back to routes.
No. We're gonna reroute this.
We're going to rerouting. Let's talk about
now
something.
rerouting.
No, let's talk about something good, and that is the Catch Mastery event that's coming on the 9th, which looks absolutely awesome.
This is where we get Delibird, right?
Sure. It says get ready for
It says
seriously
catch-
snow.
It literally in the title it says catch some icy Pokemon during Catch Mastery.
Like Snorunt and
Delibird
Bergmite.
is an ice type. Why are you giving me Snorunt and Bergmite makes sense because it's an ice. Snorunt is just a shivery little child. Give me Delibird or give me Justice.
Increased chance of shiny Snorunt, Cryogonal, or shiny Bergmite. 2 times XP for successfully catching Pokemon with nice, great, or excellent throws. Get those excellent throws in. With a Lucky Egg, that's going to be a nice payout. Nice payout. But shiny Cryogonal is what this is all about. So it looks really cool. Timed research focused on Ice-type Pokemon will be available throughout the event. Complete 10 sets of research tasks to encounter 40 Cryogonal in total. Remember, boosted rate as well. Paid time research, $2. Not one, $2. So we're seeing $1, $2, $5 events. Okay. Paid time research, an additional 40 Cryogonal encounters, up to. So, Catch Mastery event, new shiny, increased shiny odds, bonuses, free version, paid version, 1-day event. I think this is kind of like where the community
This is something
vibe is
that's
at.
exciting. I'm excited about this event.
Is it because it's like a whole bunch of things kind of packed into one day?
Hear me out.
10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff jam-packed into one day.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what, Ken? The featured Pokemon is Cryogonal. And you know what they're giving us as a reward? Cryogonal. And you
So,
know what they also
okay.
said? Increased snow runt and bergamite. And you know what is spawning in the wild more frequently? Snow runt and bergamite, meaning that this
Burger
is a
might.
focused event.
Yep. Yep. No, I agree. And Shadow Link in the
The
chat says
target is snow runt,
Snowrunt,
bergamite,
Mega Evolution,
cryogonal,
good in raids. You know what I mean? That's what there's vibe
bergamite, ice type, weird looking, could be shiny, evolves into an Avalug.
viability all around for all the Pokemon.
You know what would make this even better? Not that like it needs anything,
Is it going to be
but what
Delibird?
would coincide with this? Can we need to for this, we need to go back in time. To go back, I need to go back real quick. I'm going to the December update. Hang on.
Why? Because
Bleep,
you
bloop,
want
bleep, bloop.
Delibird? I see
Okay, so
Delibird
look
over
at
your shoulder.
no. So look at the mega raids, okay? Mega Glalie should be available during this event. So putting Mega Altaria in front as the second one instead of Mega Glalie makes no sense. You're giving us Snorunt, then give us the let us be hyped
Oh,
about Snorunt.
I
Let us be
see.
hyped. Because Snorunt is somebody's favorite Pokemon. Glalie is somebody's favorite Pokemon. Mega Glalie is somebody's inherently favorite Pokemon. I'm just saying that was a missed opportunity because it starts on the 9th. Okay, get ready. Mega Glalie in the mix. And then
I see what you're saying.
instead of Zekrom, give us Kyurem. Kyurem makes sense. It's an ice type. Then, not only that, Avalug. Give us the Hisuian Avalug in raids. Just make it added to the pool. Just like those are more frequent.
All right. Speak.
Eggs to pop up.
It makes the event more enticing because the Pokemon have more viability in gameplay.
Because they're involved, but like you're messing with Bergamite. It has the shiny. But what about Hisuian Avalug, which has only been released
Raids.
Christmas Eve?
Was that what it was? No.
I believe it was.
No, the
I think
raid
it was
day. Was it?
Yeah, I think it was Christmas Eve.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
But no,
anyways,
I see what you're saying though.
like that's the only opportunity we had. Please, please, just throw it into this event. It works with the event.
Yeah, no, I see. What you're
I
saying.
don't know.
No,
I can't make this stuff up. I'm making it too easy.
No, I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying from a cohesion kind of thing.
Yeah, it does nothing. Like Mega Altaria. What does Mega Altaria have to do with the Ice Day event? Nothing.
Use your ice type
absolutely nothing. I'll say it again.
Use your
absolutely nothing.
Use your ice type Pokemon to battle Altaria.
Oh my gosh,
that's what it is. JT Valor in the chat. What up, JT Valor?
How about we get those ice type Pokemon?
Hisuian Avalug has been in raid rotation since
week,
JT Valor says. I believe him.
Wait,
Casa says back at Brown. Yeah, it was Christmas Eve, but it's been around since they brought it back.
Okay, maybe they brought it back once.
They brought it back when Adam was sleeping. That's what it.
No, they probably brought it back when Adam was away from the game.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. When we come back,
all right, let's take a break. I'm gonna pretend like I was the one that called for it. Let's take a break.
We're gonna talk about Adamant Time.
Adam? Yeah, we're gonna talk about
Adamant Time. We'll talk about the pop-ups happening in Europe. And then we'll get into little Mystic 7 and Fleece King videos and have a little discussion about kind of, I don't know, this picture that's being painted right now from content creators and Twitterers alike. Sound good?
Am I sounding like that?
All right, audio listeners, we'll be back right after this.
Yes, audio listeners, we'll be back right after this.
Hi, chat. What's going on? Kyurem doesn't have his other forms. Yeah. They have a lot of figuring out to do how they're doing Arceus and Kyurems and...
Yeah, because doesn't Arceus have every single type?
Yeah, but
like,
is the Kyurem going to be like a Furfrou situation, like a Shaman? Wait, No, Dex entry, right? I don't know how they're going to do it. But Adam, I'm fired up to talk about this Mystic 7 Fleece thing. So
All fired up. Let's
I'm
go.
ready to go when you want.
I just want to be like Delibird.
I love
Chilling
that
out in the
Delibird card.
tropics.
I love that one.
It's so good. It's so good. Let's get going.
And we're
back
from our break. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. A little housekeeping to get through before the end of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. You can check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCG Live prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord. We hope to see you there. We are kicking off our Gym Leader Challenge this Friday. We're using Dracoviz. We have 12 signed up right now. We're really excited to kick this off. Winner of the tournament will get a chance to fight me in a one-on-one battle, one single battle. If they beat me, they become the gym leader. They're going to get a Tomato Garden State gym badge because that's my badge. They're gonna get this Anchor power bank that we have here given away as a prize. So really cool stuff going on. Just check out luredup.com for details. But huge thanks to our gym leader patrons. Absolutely Ryan, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Halda Counselor, GK, Sue, Jamal, Joseph, Mythical Hitch, Beardbow Baggins, and Big Zaw Minus. And special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bott, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Tish Smith and Kate the Cons. Make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us, grab some merch, leave us some reviews. For December, we are doing a holiday charity fundraiser, and any patrons or upgraded patrons in the month of December will be donating that to takethis.org. Any monies from Patreon. We're also doing Trainers Doing Good is the name of our charity thing. If you go to trainersdoinggood.com, you'll get the details. If you buy any merch for Trainers Doing Good, we'll donate 100% of the profits to that. And also, the third way to get involved, Adam, I know you love this one. If you share a picture with us of you, your avatar, and Delibird as your buddy, we will donate $1 for every single screenshot we get, up to $100. And I think we already have 25, 26, so we're getting there. So we already have some money building up, and we're excited. Our goal is $250 for takethis.org. So please check out trainersdoinggood.com. All right. Adam, it's time to get back into the show.
All right. Let's get back.
We're going to run through Adam and Time real quick. That's what's coming up next on the docket here. And we see Kanto Pokemon. Before we even get to the event, let's talk Kanto for a quick second. We're older. We're Gen 1ers. Gen 1 has the strongest nostalgia pull for sure in the Pokemon franchise. They've played to the nostalgia a lot over the years. Does this feel right after going to Hisui and all this new stuff happening? Do we want to go back to Kanto? And do you think this is part of the narrative? Like they're going to take us through the generations up to now? Like, do you think this is going to be part of that narrative arc?
Now that you talk about it, it sounds like that's probably the key. It is weird though, like looking at it, it feels like an old event. It feels like something they're like recycling, because it's like, oh, here's red Pokemon. Here's Vulpix, Ponyta, Krabby, and Voltorb.
Yeah.
They're all red. Oh, here's some XP.
It's triple XP though, dude. It's
Here's
triple
some
catch
extra
XP. Kanto starters, we also have Vulpix, Oddish, Ponyta, Krabby, Voltorb, Coughing, Rhyhorn, Goldeen, Dratini. All Kanto stuff. Here's the big news. A lucky exchange. The number of guaranteed lucky Pokemon a trainer can receive in trade has been increased from 15 to 25. And starting Monday, December 11th at 10 a.m., if you trade a Pokemon that's been in the trainer's Pokemon storage since 2018, it's guaranteed to become a lucky Pokemon. Until that limit is reached, this change is permanent. I don't remember when they did the 15 lucky Pokemon thing, but if you're playing now and you've been playing for years, you've hit that 15. I'm sure you've hit that 15. But
Yeah.
now you're going to have 10 additional guaranteed luckies of 2018 and older Pokemon. Choose wisely. Now's your chance to really fill in holes in your lucky decks. Go for that hundo, whatever it is. This is a really good opportunity to do it. I absolutely love it. Ditto will have a shift in pool. Oddish, Coughing, Rhyhorn, Goldeen can be shiny. 1-star raids, Staryu, Ammonite, Kabuto. We have Chansey, Scyther, and Snorlax in 3 stars. So we got some fan favorites here. Catch up with time research. We have event-themed time research will be available. Focused on adding friends. Kanto, Kanto's timeless, blah, 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 blah. Do we really want another Kanto event? I don't know if I do.
Yeah, this does not, like, this feels boring.
It's going to be
In my
the
opinion,
XP,
in my opinion.
It's going to be the XP.
Like, it says, what is it? Where is it? It says, catch up with timed research. Seasonal time research, focus on catching up on XP and leveling up will be available starting with this event.
But now take a step back and think about new trainers.
That's what I'm saying. It says complete the research task by reaching level 10, 20, 30, and 40. And that's not hard to do if you're, I can't believe I'm saying this, party playing and getting that XP with raids and just constantly catching and completing these tasks. And if you're catching, if everybody in the party is doing like catch tasks, so you're just all catching stuff, that's triple XP all day, baby.
Dude, Kanto starters are always in demand with those moves, man. Give me that, that Kanto starter lineup. It's strong. It's definitely strong. I just don't know if I want to go back to Kanto, but we'll talk about this next week on the show and see, if it tickles our fancy. It's the 11th through the 15th, so we'll talk about it next week. One more thing is this these pop-up events, and we'll just skim on this really quick. Truckloads of festive treats lined up. We're starting with in-game event to keep you busy over the joyful season. December 2nd to January 2nd, extra Pokeballs. They mess with our economy like cray-cray. But in the UK, France, and Germany, they're doing some events through December, some of which have already taken place. There'll be physical locations. What's going to be there? I don't know, but I'm sure they'll have giveaways and good stuff. Live events are just cool.
They are cool. And I mean, as much as I don't want to see something that's Delibird that they hand out, I do, because then I would need one.
Then you could go to eBay
badly
and overpay for it. No, remember, dude, Philly Free Streets, when the first time I ever even met you, Philly Free Streets, Niantic had a 10 by 10 pop-up tent there. That was it. And it was the coolest thing ever. It's just a vibe. So, excited to see these events and see if they have some cool photo ops or what they have there or what they're giving out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, big news of the week.
Pokemon Go is dead. Or is it? This is a game that is...
All right, I just kind of gave it away with Mystic 7 in the background here, but look at that face. Mystic 7 releasing a video, Why Pokemon Go Feels Dead. And
Pokemon Go is dead.
Kind of goes through in typical Mystic 7 fashion, cuts a nice montage together over the years and talks about all the incredible things that Pokemon Go has done over the years. Talks about all the events, talks about all the feature releases. And he hits a snag when he gets on the timeline to remote raids. And he leans into the fact that the remote raid thing has destroyed, online communities, and we'll never be able to capture that vibe again unless we kind of go back to that. And I love this video, and we've talked about Mystic 7 a lot on the channel over the past couple months because we saw him. Remember, we started talking about how he was like one of the first biggies to like turn heel, where he was doing things
Yes.
that
Yep.
may not have been, encouraged in the past based on relationships. So we saw like some spicy videos, and that led to spicier takes. And then we have, some tweets we talked about last week where he was just like, hey, the game is dead, content is down. Using his own content analytics as like a litmus test for the community. He's saying because the views are down, the game must be down. And I do agree with that to a certain extent. But in this video, he really goes through it all and builds a very strong case. We've got some ads on screen here. Get off ads. Builds a strong case about why the fire that Niantic had kind of created, the lightning in the bottle that they caught between 2016 to the pandemic, is extinguished, completely gone. And there's nothing in the game to be excited for. There's nothing to really look forward to. And I think the real key takeaway I had was he's saying that there's just not enough incentive because there's no new shiny extravaganza. There's no new big thing. But what he doesn't talk about a single time, unless he's talking about the past, he's not talking about anything regarding the experience of playing Pokemon Go at the solo or local level. He doesn't talk about community days and getting a couple friends together. He talks about GoFest and bringing 20,000 people together. But what about the daily grinding with your friends? What about your morning walk? What about when you're playing the game on your walk as you're walking the dog? The experience of playing Pokemon Go is completely missed in this video. And he goes on, and very eloquent. He's very respectful. He gives some great feedback here. And at the end of the video, he even says, look, Niantic is a great company. They're just making bad decisions. And he talks about all different, like it's a great video. It's definitely worth the watch. Adam, I know you had a chance to watch it, and what's your hot take on the video? And how do you this is the biggest YouTuber for Pokemon Go, so when he comes out with a video saying why
what the
Pokemon
video
Go feels
did
dead, what do you feel?
So what I felt was excitement watching all of the clips in the background, and I think this is done intentionally because you're remembering all the great times. It's like, do you remember all this great stuff we did? At the same time as he's just saying, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Look at all the fun we're having. This is bad. And it's one of those things where it's okay to have opinions like that and think that the game's dead. When you act like the game's dead, that's how you feel. And I know that, like, you have the biggest platform, you have the biggest voice. Yes, the numbers are down, so spice it up somehow. I can guarantee you haven't tried every single video.
All right, Adam.
And maybe, hear me out. Maybe the attention, where people's eyes are, where the attention is not on YouTube anymore. Maybe the attention's smaller, bite-sized content like TikTok, like Instagram Reels. I can tell you right now, I can absorb that a lot faster and quicker than sitting down. Like it's not pandemic times, so we're not sitting down and watching YouTube videos all day long. We've all gone back to work.
Right.
We've all like you said, like he says in the thing about, or he says in the video about how pandemic and all these, like he shows like they're sitting at home, they get the shiny, they're all excited. It's like, yeah, I would be excited with you, watching you at home while raiding with you. Yes, but I also was home. I'm no longer
All right.
home. I'm working.
So he brings up some good points that I'll touch on. He talks about Community Day being shortened. He, of course, talks about remote raids. Things that, in the grand scheme, had an adverse impact to the way we were used to playing through and even before the pandemic. The game fundamentally changed. So he brings up a lot of good points. But to your point, how you're like, well, maybe the focus isn't on YouTube. I think it is on YouTube. I think YouTube's still exceptionally viable in this space. But what I think is happening, and this is my opinion, is that over the past couple of years, through the pandemic, they built up this huge audience on YouTube, creating content a certain way, about a game that played a certain way. And now their videos are, and it seems, I get this vibe when I watch all the OGs, is that their videos seem like they're really trying to retain that audience. Where, like, if I watch a JT Valor video, it has a more evergreen feeling to it where it's about the grind and more relatable. So a new trainer watching a JT Valor video might latch onto that and be like, hey, I could go do that. Versus like a video where when we were all sitting home in our pajamas or we were just getting excited on the game and we see trainer tips in Chile or something like that, that we lived through them. We lived through those YouTube videos. That was like amazing. It was a renaissance for YouTube content.
That's kind of how pack openings are. I can't afford to open up $60,000 worth of booster boxes, but watching Mystic 7 open $60,000 worth of booster boxes, I can live vicariously through him.
Sure.
Type of deal.
But,
and that's exactly what was happening.
But like you said, it's about adaptation. So maybe it shouldn't, and again, I'm no YouTuber, and Mystic 7's a young dude. Every time I've talked to him, I've learned something. The dude is exceptionally smart. I don't know if they're creating content that the next wave of Pokemon Go users and ultimately content consumers want to consume. I don't think those videos resonate with the new trainer because they're based on the old trainers Pokemon Go. They're based on the way that trainers that have been playing for 7 years play this game. And the longevity of this game, unfortunately, isn't in the hands of trainers that have been playing for 7 years. The longevity of this game is based and in the hands of trainers that are picking up the game today, that'll pick up the game in a year, in 2 years. Like, it's required for this game to have legs for new people to come on. And I don't know if they're latching onto the content that seems to be built for trainers that are 7 years into the game. It's just too much. But who knows? I'm just a little podcaster. But the vibe I get,
just a little podcaster.
The vibe I get though, and when I talk to the young trainers out there in Red Bank and stuff, they're just not watching any YouTube because they just don't like it. They don't like the Pokemon Go YouTube, so they're not into it. They're not listening to the podcast either. You know what I mean? But they're playing the game every day.
Yeah, have you noticed our numbers going down at all?
I've noticed our numbers going up. We've been very fortunate. So I think that we've kind of created content that has rolled with the punches and rolled with the game. So whether you're listening today for the first time or you've been listening to us for years, it's still relevant to a lot of ways that people play the game. And now with my girlfriend playing the game and me like living vicariously through her, seeing the level 1 grind, it's been wild to me. because she's like fired up about Mateo because she just wants cool postcards. She's like, you're telling me I could get a postcard from a random country? She's super fired up. She's like, can I have a sticker on it? I'm like, yeah. She goes, even better. I'm like, I don't care about these things at all, you know? It's like that there's a different consumer now. The consumer is very different. And I just don't know if some of these longtime YouTubers and creators, I don't know if their content is a fit for them. And that's nothing saying that the content is bad. It just might not be a fit for the new Pokemon Go audience. And I had my girlfriend watch the Mystic 7 video with me. I wanted to prep for the show, so I watched the video again on the big TV. And she's like, why would someone who's excited and new to this game want to watch a video about how bad the game is? And I was like, you hit the nail on the head. They wouldn't.
That's true. That's true.
They wouldn't. They might want to hear commentary about it, but they don't want to watch a video of gloom and doom when they're fired up and excited. The fire that was like burning inside of all of our jellies in 2016, there's some kid down the street that has that right now. So when he turns to YouTube, where we had trainer tips traveling the world and everything was rainbows, you know? Now you go to YouTube and it's like, ooh, layoffs. Ooh, broken game. Ooh, this event sucks. Ooh. She was right. I go, you hit the nail on the head. All right, that's Mystic 7. I digress. Next up, we have Fleece King, and I put out this I put up this meme. I know Adam loved this one. So
keep training, trainers.
Fleece put up a tweet saying like, hey, Pokemon Go needs to change. He kind of rants and then puts up a video, which we'll talk about now. But so I responded in my own way on Twitter saying, Pokemon Go doesn't need to change. You need to change. Keep training, trainers. And Skeletor running away. And one, if you know the Skeletor meme, it's designed to be like a moment. It's designed to be like, oh my God, you just said that and ran away. So there's shock value there. But in the Fleece video, he's straight up shredding the current state of Pokemon Go. He's just like, these events are not good. These features and mechanics are not fun.
Yeah, nothing's fun. Nothing's good.
I also had my girlfriend watch that video with me. I wanted to hear her outsider take. So Fleece is saying all the new features are bad. They're not fun. And the rewards associated with everything are weak. Showcases, okay. Rewards are good, but the mechanic itself is terrible.
Which I agree. I enjoy the contest. That's part of the fun.
There's so many ways you could latch onto this game.
I like the fact that
you
I
don't
live
need to hate
rurally.
mechanics.
I like being rural because I can just drive to work and then it's like I know there's like 3 spots that are just like kind of in the middle of the nowhere on my drive that I can just be like boop boop boop.
Oh, and then
first.
he's like, you know who's winning the ones in the big city? Spoofer. Like, dude, don't pull this cheater card. Like, dude, it's just so it's
because
such a weak
the
argument.
spoofers
man.
can also do that to me in my location.
Dude, all I know is our group chat blows up every time a showcase is
but
about
they're
to
not
end.
as far as I know, but I mean I'm sure they do.
The spoofers? I'm sure they do. But
yeah, but I mean like
she goes, my girlfriend won a showcase one time. And she was like, I was so proud. She's like, there's cheaters that do this? I go, there's this many in the world that cheaters, spoofers that do that. Like compared to the grand scheme of things. It affects so little. Fleece goes on to knock routes. Now Fleece, I respect this dude's grind. He hits it as hard as anybody. Giggity. Pause. But he's saying routes are lame because the only reason you'd want to do it is for Zygarde, and you'd have to do 200 plus to get the Zygarde. My girlfriend goes, "Didn't he just say there was nothing to grind?" He's like, "Isn't Zygarde Cells one of the toughest grinds in the game?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "But he's complaining about there being nothing to grind." I go, "That's pretty ironic."
It's like I don't care about evolving my Zygarde. So unless there's a way for Niantic to make me care about evolving my Zygarde, it'll never get done.
But
And that's just me. I don't care if you want to
look,
grind and go hard for it. That's your prerogative,
but
not mine.
what it comes down to in Fleece's video is
What it all comes
the
down
only
to.
way this game will survive is if they revert back to the way things were in the remote raid era. So we know
Which again, we're all working, so we all don't exactly.
If I
have
played
the time
game,
to be sitting down and doing them, unless we're on the toilet.
If I played the game 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'd be burnt out too. Right? There's no avoiding that. However, in all of his talks, he doesn't talk about the experience of playing once. Doesn't talk about the real world social interaction, which is one of the 3 pillars of this game. The only time he talks about it is people have social anxiety, they don't want to go out, so that mechanic sucks.
How many great trainers have we met?
It's a core pillar of the game. If you don't have that, you don't have the game.
And I'm not going to lie, when remote raiding happened, I agree with the one thing, that it killed the local communities.
Of course.
So if we're going to be mad at anything, let's be mad about remote raid passes. They ruined it for the local communities.
Right.
Like,
but Adam,
we had communities, and then now it's like, hello? Crickets.
Yeah. But we also have to say that once the remote raid pass thing came around, the online communities flourished because of the pandemic. It was great. We're not saying that's a bad thing. But at its core, it broke Pokemon Go.
For sure.
Because there's nothing to explore, there's no exercise, and there's no real-world social interaction in remote play. So Niantic,
but I could be Zoom calling somebody.
But Niantic knew they had to get back to that. So they made their change. And people that are willing
and they're not going back. I don't know.
Oh, I know. It's like hearing people like really
what did I say? I did a
drum.
quote where it's like, oh, what was that quote, Ken? I tweeted it. I'm going to try to find it because it was fun.
They're not going back. So when I hear the argument, I'm like, dude, it's so passé. It's old. But he doesn't talk about the experience. All he talks about is the rewards. When he talks about Mateo and how terrible the feature is, he talks about it because the rewards are 2 potions and balls, stuff that he could just get from spinning stops. He doesn't even mention the postcard. That's the whole point of the event, is the gift exchange. Not the potions that you get in the gift. So we have people that seem to be just missing the point. Just missing the point of the events. It's not about the rewards. It's about the experience. I think gauging a success of a community day based on the number of shinies you caught is a terrible way to think. You really think you're going to have a bad day out playing if you only caught 10 shinies instead of 40?
I'm going to have a bad day, let me tell you. No, and that's the thing, too. It depends on people's play style. We all play this game differently.
But that plays
Every
to the
one
beauty
of
of
us
it.
plays it differently. I want a costume 100% Delibird, but I also want a costume shiny Delibird. Like, those are what I'm excited about. I want 100% Pokemon.
There's ways to connect with the game. So many ways to connect with the game. If you can't find a lane that you enjoy, like, dude, you gotta rethink something.
All right, I found it. I found the quote.
What is it?
Okay, and this literally fits with it. Okay, it says the most overcrowded vessel is the one that sails on the golden sea of memories.
Wow, Adam, getting deep up in here.
Well, that's just the whole. Everybody's still on that vessel of the like. Okay, you guys have the biggest, most filled boat. It's gonna sink itself. Bye.
Okay,
Like, please jump ship
so
and come to land with us.
in all of Mystic 7 video and in the whole Fleece King video, and first of all, because people on Twitter think that because I talk about it, I'm attacking him. It's like, that's
No,
the,
I love them both.
me too.
Like,
That's the beauty
I
of it.
appreciate them for being in the community. I appreciate them for being pillars and like leaders.
100%. 100%. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson, I am not lying to you if I said in my bag right behind me, I have a t-shirt that says that with Mike Tyson on it. They don't talk about the experience. So if you don't want to, through Pokemon Go, explore, have exercise, and real-world social interaction,
The VGC is there for you.
then you're playing the game wrong. You're not playing the wrong game. You're playing the game wrong. And people don't want to come to terms with that. They want the game that they want. Oh, one person got real mad because I posted a link to a game developer program on Twitter. Like how to become a game developer at Full Sail University. Like you think you can do it better? Here you go. But I think it's a combination of burnout, like Good Morning Jodo's saying in the chat. What's up, Lane?
Lane, you got to get that subscription for the Johto blend. I'm running low on the bean.
But they're missing the key point, and this isn't about GoFest. This isn't about Safari Zones, City Safaris. We know that those big IRL events are awesome, and they will be awesome. We know that.
Are we sure they'll be awesome?
They're sure. However,
Okay.
I also know through blood, sweat, and tears, and those willing to put it in, that when I have a community day and there's 40 people walking in a group, not by chance, not by accident, but because we promoted the events, we got them there, we made it exciting. We're doing routes the whole time. We're doing party play the whole time. We're doing raid battles the whole time. And because we're in parties and because we're in routes, we stick together. And there was a moment where I looked around last community day at Mareep, and I was just like, we're back. We're back. I go, we've nailed it. It isn't about the 3 berries I get at the end of my party challenge. It's not about that.
Yeah, but my box is full.
Who cares? Delete everything. You can't delete, though, that memory, right? You can't delete that experience. You can't delete the time you spend with your
definitely
friends when you're
can't delete
playing.
that memory.
I'm just saying. They're missing the important part of this game.
The people?
The people.
The other trainers?
Yes.
The
And
other
it's not,
trainers
and it's
that are
not,
not
to
as
say,
fortunate?
Look, it's not to say that you can't engage in the 3 pillars solo or with one person. Because if I'm playing solo and I'm still going out in the town and saying hello to people and, buying things at businesses, I'm having real world social interaction while I play. So yeah, the decision-making needs of the person playing 15 hours a day or streaming and that can't sell subscriptions to have people raid with them or can't do that whole thing. It impacted the monetization of so many creators. Like, no one's denying that. But just like any business, we have to adapt.
Well, that's one of the things that's kind of like, if before the pandemic you were creating content and you had that income from views and stuff like that, and then you had the addition, so it felt good for a little while, and then now it's back to that, so then you're lower. I get that. But anybody that, I think this is where a lot of the vocalization comes from now that we're talking about it. is that people that started communities because of just straight, they could sit home and do all that and then go from all these subscriptions, all being able to pay for services to raid with them, and then that got cut severely. Of course they're going to be upset. Their money is not there anymore. They're
Right.
not
And
making.
I agree. I agree 100%. And, something that we're fortunate to be unfortunate sometimes, but we're part-time creators. We're dads.
And we just need to keep the
we got
lights on.
full-time jobs. We get the ability to make content because we want to, not because we need to. And because of that, we have flexibility. So yeah, I understand. But you can't blame the market. You have to adapt to the market. And it seems that a lot of people in the community, or a lot of people on Twitter, including some prominent creators, are blaming the market and saying that this is bad decisions. And it's like, Niantic had one of the best Novembers in terms of new user acquisition. It was like 4 million new players or something like that. Something crazy. More than the GoFest window.
And it's one of those things you think too. You're saying they're making bad decisions. These decisions have already been put in motion.
Yep.
Do you know how long it takes for the Pokemon company to approve something and then for it to go live? It's a very long time.
But
that's why Pokemon Community Days are specific, because they had to be approved beforehand.
But entertaining
all this
that
stuff that's coming
timeline,
out,
though.
but everything that's coming out was stuff that they've already been working on. It's stuff that they've already been planning. So routes have been in the game forever. We knew that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it's not like they just were like, "Hey, we took the stuff away. Here's this." It's like, no, that stuff was already planned. Even though they had that and they got rid of it, this stuff was already on that timeline.
Yeah. No, I agree. But even saying like, hey, if you bring up something today, it wouldn't be able to be changed for 6 months because that's how long it takes. You're entertaining a false hope. Like people are so concerned with the present that they don't understand what would be needed from a timeline perspective for this game to be viable for forever or for 10 years. Like, you can't just say, gimme, because I want to raid for 15 hours a day, and also say, but I really want to play this game in 5 years from now. Like, you have to understand what kind of game this game has become. And the fact that these new features, while they may not be attractive to you, are good for the health of the game. Because the new player that picks it up today that's never played before, that can go on a walk for 15 minutes, do a route, be in a party, drop a daily adventure incense.
Yeah, I was going to say a daily incense.
They're like, there is so much to do. Where meanwhile, the person who's been playing every day for 7 years is like, all these stuff is available to them, and they're like, there's nothing to do.
Hard stop. Wait a minute. I have the most brilliant idea. And Mystic 7, you can use this. Just, say, hey, I heard it from the Pokemon Professor Network. Those guys are amazing. Go listen. Just like that. Find 3 other people. Bring JT Gilly along. Your girlfriend. And someone random. Get in a party play, and then record for 15 minutes. See who gets the best spawn, because they're all random, they're all different. See if somebody gets a bird. That's a huge holy cow moment. You know what I mean? Like, that's excitement, and you can make it exciting. You'd be like, all right, we're all gonna run around, and like, you can see each other on the map. Like, you can be like, play hide and seek or something. You're on the map, but you have to find them. They could be on the second level. There's so much you could do.
But everything you're talking about is wrapped around the in-person.
All right.
Is wrapped around the experience.
That's copyright by the Pokemon Professor Network. So if you want to use that, go tag us.
But everything you're talking about is based on the experience, right?
Oh, well, wait, that's with people and having fun doing something
Okay.
totally different.
Okay. So again, real world interaction, exploration, exercise. If you're not doing those things in your gameplay, you're not playing the game as intended. Do I play this game on my toilet? 100% of my toilet experiences. 100%, start to finish. Like,
I'm more like an 80.
no, dude, I'm in the entire time. Like, that's gifts,
You're like
dude.
you're going pee at the urinal and you're like,
I'm telling, dude, gifts, constant gifting. It's I completely understand and I validate their concern because their content is being concerned, which affects their bottom line. I don't want to see any man fail. So I understand.
and I would just like to say that my phone has not ever dropped in the toilet. But you know where it dropped the other day? I was doing dishes. I had it set on my ceiling, like on my windowsill,
You're so
and it
domesticated.
fell into the pan. It fell into the pan with like an inch of water.
Adam, I'm
"Are you
trying to rant here.
serious?"
I'm trying to rant here.
All right. Continue rant.
So they're missing the point, and they're demanding change within the game. Again, blaming the market instead of adapting to the market. I think that there's different ways people approach this. I think Felice's approach is very different from Mystic 7's approach. I think Mystic 7 in general, his content is very consumable to a new trainer. But he definitely would be remiss if he didn't impact on, hey, I'm getting less views. So it's all good that everyone's making this content. And people are like, oh, this is gotcha content. Or they're saying, I'm only doing things on Twitter because I want the engagement. It's like, yeah, that's the only reason I'm doing things on Twitter. They're like, take the L. You're getting ratioed in the comments. The proof is in the comments. I'm like, yeah, you're right. The proof is in the comments. That's why I'm doing what I do on Twitter, is because we're all talking. We got 30,000 people talking in a thread right now. It's like, come on. I just think when you miss the real life experience, you're missing the point completely. That is exactly what it comes down to. It's not about the rewards. It's about the experience. The rewards are like this tertiary thing. If there's nothing to grind, you have to find something to grind. And if you can't find anything, who's that on? The developer or you? I hate to say it, man, but it's a lot of people have a very entitled outlook. Change the game to fit my needs. My girlfriend's never done a remote raid. She probably maybe will do 1 and 2 ever. She's the average player. She said today, I'm a Singaporean grandma, aren't I? Just because she knows from hearing the Zoom calls and everything. She's like, am I a Singapore? I go, yeah. I go, you are, and you're the future of this game. Because you care about routes, you care about party play, you care about postcards and stickers and hiking and exploring and exercising. You're the future of this game. It's up to community leaders to shepherd that in. It's up to content creators to welcome that with content. It's up to us. And if you want to just bend to the market and let it break you, that will happen. Because the market won't stop. But you can't demand change because it doesn't fit you. You have to fit to the game.
Yeah, I can. I want more Delibird.
Adam,
I want a Delibird community day.
Adam, let me send you this link to Full Sail University. You could learn to be a dev, and you could join Niantic and then sabotage them
No,
by
but that's
adding
just
more
like
Delibird.
all they have to do is just send an email that says, can we have a Delibird community day? That's all. I mean, it'll take like 7 months for it to happen. But
See, here's my concern. 2 of the biggest people in their platforms, Mystic 7 and Fleece. Mystic 7 doing great on YouTube, Fleece doing great on Twitch, right? People search on Lured Up on podcast, they hear us. They get our perspective. People go on Facebook. I don't even know who will show up. Probably some streamers we've never heard of. They go on Twitter. They're going to see mayhem. they go on YouTube, they're going to see a lot of doom and gloom. That's not healthy for the new trainer to consume if we want to keep them excited about the game. So we just have to be proactive about being a countermeasure to the things that will turn off new trainers. Does that mean we have to bootlick? No. But people would like to say I do that because I'm positive and I have faith in the vision.
Why are you licking the boots again?
One, because they butter
Did you
my
make
bread.
more of the chocolate pops?
These little chocolate boot lollipops. So good. All I'm saying, everybody, I know it's a long episode.
Is keep training, trainers.
Yeah. Hey. All I'm saying is give the videos a watch. You might share a lot of sentiment with it. I just think it's possible.
But don't let it get you down.
Yeah. Like,
there are creative ways to play this game. And just, again, give a shout out to the Pokemon Professor Network. LURED up. Because, like, you know, I told you.
I'm just saying. Don't. The reward. It's about the experience. It's not about the rewards. And it's about the ancillary things, the intangible things, the exercise, the exploration, the social interaction. If you don't have those things in your gameplay, you're doing it wrong.
If you're doing contests, don't drop it in the first one like that's right outside your house. Explore. Go find one in the middle of nowhere. Get first place. Get that W.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening.
All
to
right,
this
everybody.
rant.
Well, thank you so much for listening to Just Ken rant.
You did.
I'm
good
just kidding.
Too.
I ranted too.
You did.
Yeah.
You did good too. You did good too. But no, it's a great conversation. We have it going on Twitter. Join us. Let us know how you feel about it. Watch those videos. Give those guys support. I'm not saying they shouldn't be saying what they're saying. I just think that they're looking through it through a lens that isn't representative of the majority, and that's okay too. But to demand change based on a limited scope, it just doesn't always seem appropriate. And I think that's where we're at right now, where people are mad because they feel like they're not being heard. And it's like, but why would they do that? Do you not think that the decisions that are being made now are calculated and for the future of the game? It's like, of course they are, you know? I could go on for on and on and on and on. Thank you so much for listening. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything we have going on. TrainersDoingGood.com if you want to get involved with our charity holiday fund. 732-835-8639. Adam is holding up a Lured Up Christmas ornament that we have. We're going to be posting a link for these on Twitter tomorrow. We've got a limited run, about 50 of them. And we'll be putting those up on eBay with free shipping tomorrow. So check those out. And so yeah, 732-835-8639. You can email us, luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. Adam, I think that's it, right?
That's it.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the game. Have fun. Get out there, explore, exercise, socially interact. Don't believe the hype. Have fun. Good luck. Have fun.
Party play.
Dude, party play is fire, bro.
Daily incense.
Is fire, bro.
Hide and seek.
Dude.
In a mall.
Hide and seek in a mall? Now you're talking.
With party play. So you can see each other on the map. But
Keep training, trainers. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.